Hey guys, this is the Gay Christian, bringing you videos about you know homosexuality and or sexuality just in general, and your Christian faith and your Christian walk. I welcome all kinds of questions, responses. Hopefully not too negative, because that's not what we're here for. But I know that there's a lot of viewers who have different questions about their sexuality and their religious beliefs. I am well versed in Christianity for the most part, so I don't really have any basis in any other beliefs. But I am always open to learn about what other people's beliefs are. Yeah, so I just quickly wanted to tell you my coming out story. So I'm Christian. I'm part of. I was raised part of a Christian denomination, and from a very very early age. And I had to. I also went through the whole process of, trying to be straight and trying to. Having faith that, or trying to develop the faith that I was taught I would need in order for God to cure me of my homosexuality. So I identify as gay, and yeah. So I went through all of that. I completely understand the pain, frustration that inflicts upon you. But I actually came out. I actually came out the closet pretty like I came out like a diva, pretty much like I am. But I actually came out three times. I know the question is, how do you come out three times? So I came out the closet three times, and each step was kind of like I'm pushing myself. I was pushing myself further and further out the closet. So the first time I came out was when I was around 14, and the real thing was like my older brother. He calls me a mama's boy because I'm very attached to my mom, and she is the conservative, strict Christian, and so I really had to come out to her in order to come out to myself. I didn't realize that at the time, but in retrospect, I realized, yeah, that's kind of what needed to happen. So I I came out to her somewhere around, I think probably it was like 16 or 17. That's when I came out to her and I told her that I was gay. I had at the time been having like sexual encounters already, homosexual encounters already. So there's that. And then she told me, I told her I was gay, and I called her and told her that, and she said, no, I'm not. And I was like, well, maybe I'm bi. And she was like, maybe. And so that was that. So it wasn't really I mean, yeah, I did come out, but at the same time, did I really come out? So I didn't really accept that as part of my life, like my sexuality as part of my life, because again, I was very Christian. I was very into the Christian beliefs and very integrated into the Christian church. Uh, there were people that looked up to me, kids, everything. I was like, I was in the youth groups and everything like that. So I was, you know, so it was kind of hard. It was, I was really just, I don't know. I was just, everyone that's in my situation has their own story, but the truth of the matter is, it's just hard. So then the second time I came out, it was a few years later. I was in France. I was studying French in France, and I was depressive, and I and suicidal, and my mom noticed when I was talking to her on the phone. So she told me I needed to figure out why, and the way that I was going to do that was to pray about it. So I prayed about it. I didn't receive a response. God didn't say really anything to me. I heard no voices or anything like that, but I kind of knew. I knew why I was depressed, and it was why I kind of knew what the problem was and why it was depressing me. So I told my mom, um, and I was like, pretty much the thing is that I told you before, I'm gay, and actually I am gay. And she said, okay, this time she didn't deny it or anything. She just said, okay, you know. And I was like, okay. But both of us, since then, we had been still looking for me for a wife, her and I in tandem, At the same time, I was like looking up reparative therapies, like, sexual reparative therapies and stuff like that. I was doing a lot of research on people who considered themselves gay. They came out and said, I'm gay, but I want to live a heterosexual life, or what they considered a heterosexual life. So they married, if they were guys, they married women. If they were women, they married men, and they had kids and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I could do that, and blah, blah, blah. So I was really like researching that and stuff like that, because I was just like, yeah, I didn't want to disappoint my family. I didn't want to disappoint myself, and I wanted to get married. And yeah, and that's pretty much the only way that I saw it. I couldn't see any other way. I couldn't see myself marrying a man and being happy, yeah. So there's that, and then the final time. So the final time happened in 2010, September 2010, where I literally just was like, I'm gay. Like, I felt like something just like pushed me out the closet. Like something was just like, get out, you're gay, accept it and move on, because there's things that you need to do, and you can't do it while you're hiding in the closet. And I knew that if I came out the closet, like I was going full blown, like out the closet, like there's no, for me, it wasn't like a step out, a foot out and a foot in. It was like, I'm doing this or I'm not doing it. That's how it is. Because that's just who I am. So I did it, and I just blew those doors wide open, And then and this is when I told all my family. I told my dad, I told my siblings, and the last person I told was my mom, because, I hesitated. But when I told her, she was like, okay. And she was like, if you tell me again, I'm gonna slap you, So she had understood from the second conversation that she had still hoped that something, because, you don't really know if it's going to change or not. You don't really know, you have hopes. And so that's pretty much where my mom, and actually I was at the time, before I came out the third time, I was like, I'm no longer looking for a wife. I am looking for a husband. I'm looking for a boyfriend, and I'm looking for a husband. Sorry. And so that little bit of information, my mom had a very, very hard time digesting, knowing that I was going to be in a relationship with a man. But yeah, she had come to accept that, just the part that, I'm sorry, I am attracted to guys. That's just the way it is. So anyways, so yeah, so I came out 3 times, and I almost pushed myself back into the closet a little bit later, trying to listen to some people's suggestions on my life. But I quickly realized, thank God, that no, I need to be me. I need to be me. So that's what I did. I like, when I came out, I started researching, gay Christian networking and all this other stuff. I found out about this awesome group called Kinship, which I joined. Like, I just went all out, because that's who I am. I just go all out. So that's what I did. And yeah, so I've been out since 2010. I haven't gone back. I haven't even desired to go back. It's a non-compete. That's not even an option for me. So yeah. So that's pretty much how I'm going to begin my series, to let you guys know how that I'm out, that and I'm proud, and I'm happy. Like, I'm really happy. And in later episodes, I'll explain to you how, why I'm happy, how I got to be happy, because I wasn't always happy, and stuff like that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the description. I wrote an article about my coming out, and it was published on Spectrum online magazine. And I'll link that in the description below too, in case you want to read it, and you know, maybe perhaps it'll resonate with you. So, all right, let me know what you guys think, and if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions. I have a lot of ideas for episodes, so I'm pretty sure we'll go pretty far. Also, oh, I was going to say something. Anyways, I'll remember later. But yeah, in any case, yeah, just let me know what you guys think. All right, peace out.